What's up, guys? I just got back from watching The Exorcist Believer. My expectations going into this movie, I was fully expecting to hate this damn movie. Lo and behold, I went into it, and to me, it was not as egregious as I was expecting it to be. I'd say the most egregious thing that this movie does is it tries to execute upon a lack of story. It doesn't have it has like a not necessarily a story because a story has themes to it. This doesn't really have a theme. It tries to use like a false how do I say this? It tries to have the same theme as the original Exorcist with the whole idea of like faith and refinding your faith and rediscovering your faith and rekindling that. Um, but it's not like throughout the whole movie. It it's so ham-fisted at certain parts. It's like it literally is telling you like this is the theme. This is why this is all happening. This is why we're telling the story. And it's like no, we know you're telling the story because you spent a lot of money on getting the rights, and now you have to make a movie so you can profit off of the losses you took during that acquisition. And honestly, like this movie is competently made. Like David Gordon Green, he can make movies like competently, but he's very milquetoast. His films are very uninspired. They're very just okay, you know. And I was apprehensive going into this one because he couldn't even handle the Halloween fucking series, which is a slasher series, which is hard to fuck up. So him butchering that so bad, pun intended, gave me no faith, pun intended, going into this movie. Um, I saw the writer credits at the end of the movie. I seen he was a writer for it, and then it was like four other people. I'm like, what the fuck? Why did this need so many writers? What in the fuck is going on? That was a big red flag. That made a lot of sense to me because the first two halves of the movie, the first two acts, except for the last end of the second act, like the first two acts, they're like, oh, it's okay. It's basic generic Exorcist story. Um, and then the last quarter of the second act through the rest of the movie is just like, what the fuck are we doing? Like, I don't. I was following it, and then it got to the Exorcist part, and I was or the exorcism part, and that was the worst part of the movie. And the movie's called The Exorcist, and there is no fucking exorcist. The Exorcist is such a non-character. He's just there. He's like a priest guy, and then he gets his fucking head fucking twisted off, and you're like, who's supposed to be the Exorcist? Like the whole point of the original Exorcist is it's called The Exorcist because Father Karras is the main character essentially, and it's all about him rediscovering his faith and going through the trials of fire to not just rediscover his faith but also save the life of a little girl. This movie has none of that depth. It's very superficial surface level. It's not even disappointing because I was like I said I was going into this with like so much like just like I'm ready to just fucking despise this movie. And honestly, like there was like one or two cool parts where I was like, that's cool. Specifically, like when he first goes to the hospital and it like flashes super quick, like the demon face. I was like, ooh, that's actually creepy. That's cool. And then two, the actual like part when one of the fucking girls dies and it was all like super fucking CG and shit. I thought that was very visually interesting. The cinematography is very bland. It's very serviceable. The lighting is very excellent though. The lighting is really good in this movie. The acting's pretty fucking good too. Um, the cinematography is I fucking hated it because in the first like beginning of the movie, it uses like a lot of like those slow zoom ins, and I'm like, I fucking get it. You're trying to build tension. You're trying to say, hey, this is getting tense, but they use it so much, and then they stop using it, and then they use it a little bit more, and I'm like, dude, You do not understand what the fuck you're doing with the damn camera. Who the hell is the cinematographer? Why did they let David Gordon Green tell them to do that so much? Like, I get it, because there's a lot of POV shots, and it's like, oh, we're stalking these characters. We're in the demon's point of view. But it was so, like, it just was not executed well, in my opinion. Like, I get what they were trying to do, but it just did not come off as authentic to me. And then on top of that, this movie's not fucking scary, dude. Like, it's scary in the sense that it has, like, jump cut scares where it'll be, like, regular scene and then, like, it's like a J cut where the sound comes in. Well, not a J cut, because the J cut is when the sound comes in before the actual visual cut. This is, like, it cuts with a hard sound. So it's like, ooh, like, ooh. Like, ooh, and it does that a fuck ton in the beginning, and then it kind of does it like here and there throughout the rest of the movie. But I thought that was super fucking obnoxious too, because it was a fake way of creating tension or suspense to keep us on our seat. Like, ooh, I don't know what to expect. And there's like, yeah. On top of that, the demon motivation makes no fucking sense, because in the original Exorcist, this movie is not canon to me. The new Exorcist is not canon. Only the Exorcist 1 and the Exorcist 3 are canon to me. Fuck the heretic. I don't give a fuck. 1 and 3, because if you choose to believe like I do that 1 and 3 are both canon, then that lends weight to the idea that Pazuzu wanted to use Reagan as bait to actually get Father Karras' soul, so Pazuzu can then torment his soul by using his spirit to go around as the Gemini killer and killing people, and then using that to torment Father Karras' soul. The demon motivation here is never fucking explained. It's not even Pazuzu, I don't think. It's just like some random fucking demon occurrence, and it's like, who fucking cares? I don't fucking care. And then on top of that, when the fucking exorcism does happen, like in the original Exorcist, there's like cues when you know like the priest is doing some shit and you know it's affecting the demon, and it's like, oh, I gotta do some, like, I gotta burn the cross in his hand, or I gotta puke on him so he'll stop doing that. And it made sense. There was rules to the exorcism. It's like, all right, he's doing that and it's affecting the demon. The demons are like never affected by anything. They're like, they just do, they just fucking keep doing that. And none of the prayers seem to work. It's just, yeah, they have like, they gather a group of people with all these different like religions or whatever, but none of them, like, they never like come together and do them at the same time. It's like, all right, we're gonna have one person doing one religion for a little bit, and then we're gonna come in and do another one, and they're not all doing it at the same time, and it never seems to fully affect the demons. So that was kind of fucking stupid too. And then what the fuck else, dude? The movie ends on like a light note, kind of, even though one of the children is like in hell. What? This was so stupid. I know there's supposed to be like a planned trilogy, but even in saying that, it's like, what the fuck is your plan? Like, none of this makes sense. And for some reason, they don't use the original Exorcist score that often in the movie, which I don't understand that. But yeah, dude, this movie kind of just fucking, uh, it's not even like, it's like competently made, but I don't even know, dude. Like, I don't hate this movie, but I don't like this movie, but I think the movie's okay at the same time. But then I also do kind of hate this fucking movie. So it's like, what the fuck? This movie is such a weird fucking abomination that I feel somewhat sympathetic for some reason. I don't understand it. This movie has left me so, like, bewildered emotionally. I don't know if anyone else feels the same. I was in the movie theater and I looked up reviews. It was like, oh, 20%, 50%. I was like, oh, people are hating this. And I was like, yeah, that's about how I was feeling coming into this movie. But afterwards, like, I don't even know. Like, it's weird. Like I said, like, I hate it, but I think it's okay. But then I dislike it at the same time. And I don't know, dude. I don't know. I don't fucking know. I'm gonna watch some reviews of what people are saying about this movie after I get done with this, though. Cause I don't know. I might not do that because I know people are just like, "Oh, this movie suck. This movie suck because it's not Exorcist. It's Exorcist, but a bad Exorcist." I don't know what the fuck people are gonna say. I can't wait to look. Anyways, that's what I thought about it. If you agree or disagree, let me fucking know because I enjoy talking about these things with people over the internet. That's why I make these low budget videos where I just record it on my phone and then I post it and I don't edit it. So feel free to let me know if you think I'm right or wrong or dumb or fucking whatever it may be because I love you. And I hope you have a good rest of your day.